Okay, so our first exercise, 96 beats per minute for the dotted half note. So again, these are going to be fast, so we're probably going to use the 2-4 conducting pattern divided into 3 beats. I start on forte with a pickup eighth note. Next measure is a quarter and an eighth, and then 3/8 notes. 3/8 notes, and then a quarter and an eighth note, and this one is tied. Uh-oh, there's ties in this exercise. So it's tied across the bar to a quarter note. That quarter note, however, is part of the element of a quarter and an eighth. And I have 3/8 notes. Dotted quarter tied to a quarter and an eighth. And now I'm going to reduce my dynamics to mezzo forte. Eighth quarter, and then 3/8 notes. Eighth quarter, and then quarter eighth. Quarter note, eighth note tied to an eighth note, which is part of 3/8 notes. Then I have a dotted quarter note, and then a quarter note and an eighth note, and that's tied, the dotted quarter to the quarter. Now I'm going to go to pianissimo. Measure 9, second line. I got 2/8 notes and an eighth rest. Eighth rest, 2/8 notes. 2/8 notes and an eighth rest, eighth rest, eighth notes again. Now I'm crescendoing, and I got an eighth and a quarter tied to the first eighth note of 3/8 notes. Crescendoing, and I got a dotted quarter note, and then an eighth rest and 2/8 notes, and now my crescendo has reached its peak, and I'm at a forte. Alright, now I'm 3/8 notes, quarter note, eighth note, eighth rest, 2/8 notes, quarter note, eighth note, eighth rest, quarter note, 3/8 notes, and then I got a dotted quarter tied to a quarter note for the end. Let's try it. There's 96. Ti ta ti 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 ta ti 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 ta ti ti ta ti 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 ta ta ti ta ti 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 ta ti 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 ta ti 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 ta ti ti ti. Nope. Ti ta ti 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 ta ti 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 ta ti ti ta ti 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 ta ta ti ta ti 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 ta ti 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 ta ti ti ta ti 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 ta ti 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 ta ti ti ta ti 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 ta. There it is. Rhythm B. Dotted quarter note is 84 beats to the minute, so still pretty quick. I've got an eighth note pickup with mezzo forte. First measure is 3/8 notes, and then I got quarter and an eighth. 3/8 notes, and then quarter and an eighth again. 3/8 notes. Last eighth note is tied to the first eighth note of another 3/8 notes. Dotted quarter note, quarter rest, eighth note. 3/8 notes, quarter note, eighth rest, eighth note. 3/8 notes, quarter note, eighth note. 3/8 notes tied to an eighth and then a quarter note. Eighth note, quarter note, eighth note, quarter note. Dotted quarter note, eighth rest, 2/8 notes, and now I'm in piano dynamic. Eighth note, quarter note, tied to a dotted quarter note. Dotted quarter note, eighth rest, 2/8 notes, and I'm in mezzo piano. Eighth rest, quarter note, eighth rest, quarter note. 3/8 notes tied to an eighth note and then a quarter note. Dotted quarter, quarter rest, eighth note, and then I'm at mezzo forte. And I got 3/8 notes, quarter note, eighth note, 3/8 notes, quarter note, eighth note, quarter note, eighth note tied to a quarter note, eighth note. And I got 3/8 notes, and I'm at forte, quarter note, eighth note, dotted quarter note, quarter rest. There's 84.
Ti 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 ta, ti 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 ta, ti 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 ta. Ti 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 ta, ti 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 ta, ti 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 ta, ti ta ti ta ta. Ti ti ta ta ta. Ti 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 ta ti ta, ti 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 ta ta. Ti 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 ta, ti 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 ta, ti ta ti 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 ta ti ta.